Yes! Great job interviewing Dracos. Awesome. Mad Lions, they make it to Worlds, and this is the LEC post-game lobby. I'm joined by Yamato, Carrzy, and Hilly to talk about that awesome feat. I mean, Hilly just lost 9 in a row. He took a little vacation. Then you were like, Excel, sorry. But what happened?
I don't know what happened, but I feel like we worked a lot on our issues. Like we had a lot of losing streak. I think we had like 9 games. That's probably the most that I've ever had. And I feel like we tried to solve a lot of our issues, and talk about them also helps a lot. And having like team activities or something just to like be together, to be bonding, and helps a lot to talk to each other and laugh it out in a way. And I feel like it gives a lot of energy in the game in a way, and we can make more jokes, and the vibe is just completely different from before. But I can't put my finger on what exactly changed, you know? It feels like we're playing more comfortable on stage, and we're playing like more comfortable chubs as well, and we know how to win, and we know how to lose, I feel like, as well. So it's like a good strength.
What were your favorite team activities?
Well, I'm very old right now, so I don't think I participate on all of them.
Okay.
But usually the guys like a lot of volleyball. I usually do some exercises on the side because my back usually hurts.
Oh, feel you.
But yeah, board games are very fun, and yeah.
Yeah, seemed like a little bit of a scrimmage today, didn't it? Carrzy, you popped off again. I feel like this always happens when people are down on Mad Lions, but then you play a best of 5 or something. So how do you feel about your performance?
I mean, I'm pretty happy because I think I played really well today, except for the Israel game where I had a jump in, and I died and in the last fight. But overall, I'm really happy with how I played and how I improved during these last 2 weeks in which we were practicing. So yeah.
I kind of wanted to ask you guys because I remember the last best of 5 that you guys played was the one when you faced up against BDS, and you guys seemed so confident all the way through. It seemed like you guys recognized the patterns of BDS and how you needed to win. And I know also specifically working with you, Hilly, you tend to recognize what you're allowed to do against a specific opponent. Facing up against XL today, were there some patterns that you felt that you could leverage against them, or was there something that was specific? Oh, I'm allowed to do this more against this particular team.
Yeah, I think game 3, for example, we knew that we can gank top with support. Even before it happened, we knew that it's a pattern of Odu or Dwamne, and I'm so glad that my coaching staff found this pattern, and I'm also proud that I could execute it on stage, and I was mindful of it. I think what they did as well on Drake, I think game 2 was start Drake and turn on one of the sides that is trying to contest as soon as possible, and I feel like this caught us a lot off guard. Yeah, I mean, also like there was a lot of Drake fights where they start, and we can just come up with better positioning and just execute the fight better just because we are advantageous if they start a Drake. I feel like these partners are like very powerful.
Oh, Fnatic's taking notes. Yeah, because they're playing them next, of course. Overall, though, we talked to Mac before, and he gave us a lot of info. He said specifically he feels that any team works good if the support and jungle synergy is working, but you and Ilyoya were just not finding each other at all. And then as a result, it seemed like the team was just not sure about the direction in general. And he said you watched a lot of other teams and tried to emulate things. So are there specific teams or specific regions or anything that you like to take things from, you two?
Yeah, we watched a lot of BOG from China and a lot of KT from Korea. And we resemble, I think is the word, most to those 2 teams. So they were like the best fit to learn from. And I feel like we learned, or at least I learned a lot from these presentations, and like I took a lot, and I feel like we also could talk a lot together with me and Ilyoya of how we move on the map and what we think is best, and yeah, it's much better than before.
Carrzy? Did you watch anything you liked?
I'm just watching the same as Hilly.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I'm AD carry. I'm doing the AD carry stuff from these teams, you know, BLG and KT.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talking about AD carry stuff, the MasterCard play of the day is Carrzy Sivir quadra kill in game 2 to seal the comeback. Only a quadra kill though, Carrzy. What are you doing?
I was screaming for Penta, but
yeah. Actually, I think we heard.
We heard your comms, Hilly.
Well, it was like beep 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 beep, mother beep beep beep.
I hate Niski just because like we were talking about we were on the mid wave walking up as 4 and they were 5, and Niski was making a call of if they kill Hyli, if they go on Hyli, just let him die, you know. And I was like, what are you saying? Don't let me die. You know? So after we killed them all, like 4v5, I was like flaming Niski in a way, you know. But it was kind of funny.
I think the team plays better if you're flaming Niski.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. All right. So let's take a look at the bracket then, because oh no, actually, I should ask you about Worlds first. Congratulations, you made it to Montpellier, but you also made it to Worlds. It went so smoothly that it almost comes as a surprise. But Carrzy, obviously, when you came into this matchup, it must have been top of your mind, or did you just not think about it?
Oh, I mean, I knew that we are going to win for sure because I have had the same feeling that I had when we were playing in spring playoffs. When I thought that we are gonna beat any team except like G2, I wasn't sure. But yeah, now I'm having the same feeling. I think the only opponent for us is G2 because I think we are playing really well.
Yeah, let's take a look at the bracket because it might be G2 next, of course. When you go on in this upper bracket, you will be playing the winner of G2 versus BDS, but that's in like 2 weeks. And now that I know how you do with breaks, I mean, they're going to be insane. We have another week break.
I'm kind of excited because I'm curious from you guys' point of view. You guys have had ups and downs. Like when I talk about you guys, you have a very high ceiling and a very low floor. Do you guys feel like coming into now this Best of Ice system at the end of the season, are you going to break new highs in terms of what your potential is? Is that on the rise for Mad Lions?
I definitely think so because right now, this is the first time when we are actually playing scrims and we are playing really well in scrims as well. And this is like the only time of the year when we are actually winning scrims and even stomping opponents. So I'm expecting even better version of Medlands than that was in spring finals, for example.
Okay, I like that.
That is exciting. Of course, Excel is not out yet because they started in the upper bracket. They will be playing Fnatic up next, Yamato. What do you think of that?
I think it's interesting because I think in terms of the stylistic matchup, I thought that XL is a tough one against Fnatic specifically because I think Fnatic rely heavily on snowballing through bottom side to enable Trimby because I think when Trimby is not the aggressor, I think he just turns into a much worse player, and I think Razok leverages that super well, and then they transition that to a point where Humanoid delivers in the later parts of the game. But then after watching today, I felt like XL kind of lost some of that discipline because they couldn't close out the later parts of the game, but I think that's where Fnatic also tend to fall off. I think if Fnatic don't transition big leads into the later parts of the game, I think they can struggle. I think they were very unhappy with today's results because I think they wanted to face BDS.
Oh, Fnatic did?
Yes.
Because of that style you were talking about.
Pretty much, yeah. I think BDS would be the easier opponent. So I think XL, definitely they need to rethink things now.
Okay. You guys agree?
Definitely.
We always agree with
Thank
Yamato.
you.
We always agree with Yamato, don't we?
I think it's perfectly right.
Yeah. So G2 versus BDS tomorrow. I'm already hearing that in terms of your perspective, G2 will be the team to beat. Hilly, does that mean we're looking at a 3-0 again tomorrow? What's your gut tell you?
I wouldn't say 3-0 actually, but I do feel like G2 is in favor. I think 3-1 if I had to like guess. I think BDS will fight, but I don't know if it's gonna be 1 or 2 games. But I don't think they're gonna win.
Okay. Yamato?
Well, I have to agree. I would say I would lean heavier into the series being more smooth because I feel like BB just did such a good job of handling Adam the last time.
Yeah.
He like solo killed him with Set into Olaf. And I think that if you have that covered, if I think of like the matchup Nuke versus Caps, I think as long as the bottom side doesn't snowball out of control, which I think is a very tough task to do against Hansama and Mickey, I think G2 is definitely favored.
Can't let bot snowball out of control or mid or jungle.
A jungle, a top.
Yeah, it's a hard one. But say, crazier things have happened. I mean, Mad Lions were supposed to be crap, you know? But they're not.
You guys are a mystery.
And it's really crazy, right? But I think
We also don't understand it.
you
so.
don't. It's very, very frustrating for your opponents probably as well. But anyways, you make it to Worlds and you make it to Montpellier. Let's take a selfie.
Yay.
Did you guys take selfies when I wasn't here? Or?
I don't remember.
Oh.
I'm not on the show that often.
Oh, okay.
I stream with the sack.
You gotta stop.
That's the name of the. That's
I
the
know
name of
it
the
is.
group.
I know it is. I know it is.
Get in there. Get in there. Same.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Bye, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow. Remember, we start early again. That's 3:30 Berlin Standard Time. And be sure to also check into twitch.tv/LCS. I believe my teleprompter is telling me lies. For their roadshow tonight, kicking off at 9 p.m. from New Jersey. Jersey Turnpike, all that stuff. But we'll be back tomorrow for GT vs. BDS.
Bye-bye.
JC, look the sign. What does it say? It says,
GP?
be a rat, pick GP.
Okay. Pick me GP.
Pick GP, you rat.
Pick me GP.
Jesse, next time I will give them sign. Pick Asante Jesse, please.
They're going here?
Go.
I'm tipping.
No flash Azir. Can we go Azir?
Yeah, Azir.
My E in 6. I have no combos.
I need help.
We don't have a
Same thing again, okay?
Look me.
Yes.
Look me.
Looking one here. I'm looking one here.
Okay,
Look,
watching.
Okay, look.
Okay, nice.
Nice.
Here comes Odo. Emperor's Divide is going to be sliced and devised forwards. Another great knockup from Limit, but there's just too much damage, too much CC, and too many Mad Lions to break through. And here comes the battle boar into the bush. Kill secured.
Do it again. But he'll be able to get caught by the first chains, but 2 chains does.
You can dash on him here.
In between the Sand Soldiers a lot. He's still got the slide, the glide.
Oh my God.
On the target.
I have TP soon.
You can fight.
I think it's gonna be good. I will TP behind.
I have no spells.
I'm coming.
Guys, I can't do much. Azir, peel.
Wait, after.
Oh, mother.
Oh my mama. Penta.
Odo's Knob buys a couple seconds of time. The hook, the shot, the precision of the protocol, and Chasey gets yet another kill. He manages to escape the double TPs, completing Abadage. Emperor Divide lands onto Chasey, is taken down.
Kaiser dead.
Listen.
Lily.
Careful, Azir free hitting.
4 second combo. 4 second. He can't. I can flash on him.
Yeah, same. I just stopped
He
nothing.
flashed. I base and TP.
Yeah, just
VN. Yeah.
Mad look to push XL to the lower bracket, and Mad have guaranteed themselves a spot in Montpellier and the World Championship once more.